Hello, welcome to the Modern Musclehead Podcast. Scott Tousignant of MetabolicMasterpiece.com, along with Bryan Krahn of BryanKrahn.com. That's how we're going to fucking do it. I like the way we're rolling now, baby.
Does show up in this motherfucker.
I love it. We are in the house. So, time for our weekly update, the Ripped Report. Last time we talked, you and I were kind of not only plateaued, but kind of going up a little bit.
Dude, we were pissing and moaning.
Yeah,
we were pissing and moaning. It was a depressing ass episode.
Yeah, just getting people showing it's real. I mean, it's not been a linear process for us going through this summer shred here, but but we're on it. Like we learned, it was great that we recorded that and shared tips with other people to take action on, and we took action on it ourselves.
Hell yeah.
I know I was ready to dial things in. It didn't go all quite to plan, but I know this week I'm down 1.4 pounds exactly. Well, actually even better than I was hoping for. I'm aiming for that 1 pound mark per week. So I'm ecstatic with that. Looking better. I'm feeling way tighter, more vascular. The details are really starting to pop out. So I'm excited to share kind of what I've been through this week, and you are coming off an interesting experience there. So I'm really excited to catch up with you and see how you kind of took that ball and rolled with it after having a stressful week there, and how it really screwed with your body.
Yeah, well, you want to start, or you want me to start?
No, you go ahead. I'm really curious about how things were, and because life is busy, and it did seem to take its toll on you.
Well, my job got super, super busy, and, I had a lot of clients all at once needing programs and just other stuff going on. And and just the stress just got overwhelming, and my sleep suffered, and then I just couldn't stop eating, and I was making really bad food choices, and I could feel myself, I could see myself making these shitty food choices, like, 11:30 at night, eating peanut butter, and, I'm like, what the frick am I doing,
Yeah.
And sure enough, 5 or 6, I could get away with that one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, whatever. It's not ideal, but 5 or 6 days of that, I went from 190 to 198 and over 1.5 inches on my waist. And I kind of had a little bit of not a meltdown, but I sure as hell wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
And I talked to some bros. I talked to you. I talked to Jim Brown, a guy who helps me with my diet sometimes, and listen to some podcasts of people I like, and I just really stripped down what I do, man. And I went back, I pretended like I was one of my new clients, and I did all the things that I tell people to do. Just like I got rid of junk food out of my out of my house, or at least tried the best I could. I adopted a better sleep schedule. I got more sunlight. I started feeding cravings. I would drink water first, and then I would eat something salty. Like little cherry tomatoes. I'd put a little bit of really good quality salt on it, and
nice.
Yeah, like these like little dorky things that I used to do that I guess I thought I was above it now.
Yeah.
And toned down my cardio, but it increased the duration. So just like really like a restorative walk every morning. Again, lots of sunlight, and just really just kind of relaxed. And I noticed my hunger kind of chilled out a bit, and my training was always good, but it felt a lot less pressed.
Mm-hmm.
And this morning, just under 192, way straight back where it was. So 8-pound swing. So that's just
pretty wild. So obviously during that week, it's not like you gained 8 pounds of fat overnight or anything, or during that time period.
No. This is like what Scott Abel refers to as a labial weight gain. Labial meaning like easy, is like not real weight gain. It's like when you go on a vacation and your weight spikes right away, and you're like, oh my god, I've gained 8 pounds and I've only been off the plane for 6 hours, and then you go home in 4 days or 6 days, and sure enough the weight comes right off, and it's because it's not like real weight gain. It's like it's fluid retention. It's just, all these things that accompany stress and just a change of environment, and just like your body is such a complicated organism, and it doesn't work like a calculator or a math equation. Sometimes it just does. Frankly, sometimes it just does weird shit. So for me, I think a lot of these 8 pounds that came and went was just a lot of, well, there's some fat for sure, but a lot of it was just stress and holding water, and it was just amazing, man. Just totally reinvigorated me, like going through this and coming out the other end. Really like stoked my fire for how cool this whole process is, and how it's such a holistic process, and there's so much going on, and you can't just be like, you can't just treat your body like a fucking math equation. You can't just and not expect external stress to factor in, not expect, or sleep, or, I firmly believe I wasn't getting enough sunlight. Like, it's just like all these little things that just kind of add up. So
yeah, you were saying it was raining there a lot too. You guys were getting a ton of rain. So
yeah, we had like 3 weeks straight of rain. I was never out. I work out of my house anyway, and then all of a sudden I'm out. The weather changed. I'm out every morning. It's sunny. It's beautiful, and it's just, I think all this it all plays a small part. Way beyond just calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
100%. That's also, and that's like, you really ran with what we were talking about last week, kind of creating those fun little mental games. To come with and applying all the little nuances that we were talking about, like going from lean to ripped. Really involves these little nuances, stuff that isn't such a big deal when you're carrying around some excess fat and just trying to get lean. The little things like adding salt to your foods, and it can definitely have a very positive impact on your taste buds, the mind triggers, and all that kind of fun stuff. And really, reducing your stress. I think, we're talking about that as well. Cardio can really, it can be more harmful than good if you're pushing it too hard and you're already stressed out. Trying to put your body through more stress it can be a bit crazy. So that's great. And definitely sleep is huge. And I definitely believe getting out in the sun. I love getting out daily, walking my dog, shirt off. It boosts my mood right away. And mood it's a huge deal. You see so many people, they're cutting and they're just dragging their ass and just when's this going to be over with? But you get outside, fucking shirt off, sun beating down on you, feeling good, really soaking it all in. That's a big deal, man. It is great, and it really, as we were talking about last week, in the beginning of this cut, it was like smooth sailing for me. I was like, oh fuck, this is so easy. What's going on? And I really feel like I've grown since I was faced with some of those challenges there. I've really grown, especially with this week myself being tempted with alcohol and allowing myself to have some, but not going freaking bonkers like I would in the past, and allowing it to really carry through. So I find that when I do kind of face a challenge, I can really reel it in a lot quicker than I could in the past before.
And I think a really big thing for me too was just getting over myself, and just because I've always been like, I have all my clients track, well, as many as that will do it. I've all of them track their macros, and they always ask me, well, can I see your food log? And I always laugh and say, I don't keep one. I know what I'm doing, because I do. I've eaten the same way ostensibly for years. But now that I'm in this new, in this new kind of hyper stress state, my barometer, like my thing, like these, I need measures again, because I'm not judging as clearly. Like I'm making choices and not even aware of it, So it's just was really interesting that it kind of forced me to go back to what really, really works. So I charting my macros, limiting, getting rid of hyperpalatable foods that can trigger foods, and just sticking with more natural foods that I know work for me.
Right.
And that just made such a huge difference. So I think kind of surrendering myself to that, I'm still a student of this game.
Always.
Yeah. Because you can't help it when you help a lot of other people. You can't help but think, oh yeah, I've been there, I know what I'm, But it was just a really humbling, really, it's definitely making me a better coach, and fuck, it's getting me lean as shit too, man. I mean, these 8 pounds, I was 8 pounds and then some, man. I'm looking at the goods this morning, and I'm like, boom, man. I still got time too. I got 4 weeks.
Yeah, looking tight. Yeah, I'm seeing right, obliques. You're there's no love fan. There's like, you got like nothing there. It's you're right down to the nitty gritty there. It's just that final tiny little bit. It's insane.
Okay. I'm ribs and dick, man. Ribs and dick.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, iTunes. Anyway, no, it's really cool. It's probably one of the most humbling weeks for me as a quote unquote, physique person in a long, long time. So usually when I get humbled by the sport, it's when I get injured and I do something stupid like, I'm gonna deadlift 500, but usually the diet I'm pretty cool, but this was it was good, man. It was good to get my ass kicked.
Excellent. Yeah. That's how we learn. That's how we grow, for sure.
Yeah.
Excellent, man. Yeah, I've been my plan was to dial things in, get a little more meticulous with my tracking, and a little bit more ritual with the meals that I'm eating. I was getting away from my routine, some of the staple meals that I ate, so I was getting almost too much variety in there. So I'm back to a lot better nutrition habit, mindless kind of eating stuff. That's it's working really good for me. Wednesday night, I think it was Wednesday night, or this might have been Tuesday night. I was out. Had to go. No, it was Wednesday. I had to go pick up something at my workout partner's house, and he freaking tempted me with a beer, and I was like, he was in such a good mood. I was like, man, this has never happened before. I've never had this option. I'm like, you know what? I've been awesome, and as really low calories up to that point. So I had not eaten much. I'm like, one beer is not going to hurt me. We ended up doing a shot afterwards as well, and even that didn't hurt me. I was still pretty low calorie, but got home, had my final meal of the day, and then I was a little tempted. My wife came home with some crackers. They're like a Buffalo Wild Wing spice, and I'm like, 100 calories for a big handful. I'm going to go for it. And I was like, damn, those are good. And I had a couple more handfuls that put me probably 200 to 300 calories higher than I wanted for the day, but I was still in a good deficit. So even though I had a beer and a shot and I had a few more crackers than normal, it was still progress. And that would have been a night where I could have completely said, fuck it, I'm ready for another refeed here and just let loose, and I didn't. So I think I had some mental victories there. And then last night, Friday night, this was planned months ahead of time. It's we have a Sunsplash weekend here where it's a big festival going on, car show, and I knew I needed to let loose with the guys. It's been about 3 weeks since I kind of let loose with drinking, so I was like, I'm gonna, again, kept calories really low throughout the day, so I had tons of room to play with there. So I ended up having 5 beers and eating some of the festival foods. I had a wrap, which wasn't that bad, kind of bland actually. And then I shared some fries with Angie. So all in all, I was in a slight surplus, nothing bad. And like I said, I ended up weighing in 1.4 pounds lighter. So I was able to do exactly what I wanted during the summer shred. Like that's my big learning lesson from last summer, is that I got ripped leading up to the summer, and then just completely said, all right, now it's time to let loose. But instead of just picking and choosing my times to let loose, I just let loose the entire summer. And it took me a long time to fight back from that. Whereas now it's like, I'll let loose for a night, and I can reel her right back in. I'm like dialed right in the next day. There's no, it's not dragging on. I'm just picky and choosy with when I do let loose, and I really enjoy myself in those moments, and then move forward from there.
Yeah, like I've been really trying to. I'm not a huge cheat meal refeed guy, the way most people do it. I don't like the idea typically of saying, all right, in 6 days you have your cheat. Like because most of the people I work with are normal humans, and they're going about their day. They got kids, and they got social obligations. So I'm like, eventually you're gonna fall off the wagon, and you know what? That'll be your cheat meal.
Exactly. Exactly. And not feel guilty about it because you've been good. Yeah.
You've been good. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, just don't plan it. Just wait for it to happen, because it's gonna happen. But however, obviously when you get this depleted in a diet like those, you have to look at them more as a tool, and but it's a very tricky tool to play with. Like, you have to learn, like, okay, you're going to be hungry in a diet anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not hungry, like ever, your diet is shit. You're not in a calorie deficit. You're probably not doing much at all, or you're blunting your hunger with drugs or stimulants or something, or you're just an idiot. So then you're like, okay, well, people are like, if you're always hungry, should you refeed then? I'm like, no. I mean, it's when that hunger goes from, like just this kind of gnawing to like this intolerable hunger.
Yes, exactly. Nothing can satisfy you, no matter what you eat, or you're just, oh my God, this is,
Yeah. And even then, like, because I'm going to blog about this, but like I've done cheat meals, which didn't benefit me at all. Really, I should have just kept my wits about me. If anything, I got fatter,
Yeah.
I've done some that benefited me. Like, and I felt better, and I felt social again. I felt like a normal human. My workouts the next day were better.
Yeah.
But I've only had one in my entire training career where I had the cheat meal, and it was such a physiological event that, I'm kind of a vascular person anyway. I was eating, like, there are veins popping out on my face. In fact, my wife's boss at the time, I don't know, I didn't really know her that well. She was kind of, I don't know, she's looking at me like I'm Frankenstein. And, just because I'd been so depleted, I actually, I was on like 1,000 calories at the time. But so it's just interesting. Like, there are tools that can all work, but they have to be within the context of what you're doing.
100%.
So I mean, I don't know what the point of all that was, but I just you get reminded of all this when you kind of get balls deep into the machinery here.
Yeah, for sure. And it is, like you said, it's always an ongoing learning experience and seeing how your body adapts, and more than anything, seeing how your mind adapts to what's going on. And I feel like yesterday's cheat propelled me forward today. I feel like a man on fire, even though I had 5 beers, which I would think, and I hardly slept. I got like 3 hours sleep last night.
Yeah.
I had a killer freaking workout today. I'm stoked. I feel on top of my game right now, and ready to move forward with everything I got.
Right on, man. Well,
yeah, dude. And this will be an interesting week for me. I'm heading on vacation tomorrow morning, so it's funny because I vlog my entire journey here. Every day I'm recording videos, everything I eat, and my training. And just the other day I was saying, man, I don't even feel like I really needed a deload or a break or anything. And then yesterday it kind of hit me because I'm trying to. Normally yesterday would have been a day off, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm going on vacation. Let's just get her in there. And I was like doing chest and back. I'm like, kind of feeling a little sore from the last workout still. And even same thing today, feeling a little bit sore. So it's going to be nice to have a week off here from the gym, give my body a break. And I'm really going to use this as an opportunity to focus on my nutrition and really hone that back in again. And we're going to be very active. I'm not going to be lifting weights, but we're going to be doing a crap load of hiking, some biking, probably kayaking, paddleboarding, all that. We're going to be very, very active.
Paddleboarding?
I shouldn't even said paddleboarding, but we're going to be doing that without my paddleboards, unfortunately. But so we're going to be very active, and I'm really looking forward to, again, chilling, just taking a break from the business world and everything else that's going on, and just getting in tune with nature, which is where, like you said, getting out in the sun, just soaking it all in, and I'm really looking forward to the break for sure.
But unfortunately, while you're convalescing and recuperating and restoring, I'm going to be fucking pushing forward and just getting more and more jacked, and just like it's just not looking good for you. It's not looking good.
You're gonna see. It's gonna kill you when I come back from vacation looking better than you from a break. Hardly doing anything, chilling, relaxing. I'll just be sitting back. I'll take pictures of my abs every day for you.
Oh, that's what I want. Yes.
Yeah. No, I do think this week off is going to propel me forward for the final push at the end. So it's going to be fun.
Right on. Well, hopefully there's some information there for our dedicated listeners to pick up on. Do you have any questions about this? You kind of like hear things that happen to you in our struggles or whatever, and you want more info, just shoot us a message. You do that. I answer all my mail.
Absolutely.
I do. Except for this, Except for the ones on Facebook, man. People who contact me on Facebook, I got the weirdest shit last night because I tweeted, I put out the Swiss thing is coming to Toronto. I'm like, oh, Swiss is coming to Toronto. See Dorian Yates. And guy contacts me. He's from, I don't know, somewhere in Indonesia. He's like, you want to share a room?
Oh, jeez, that's great.
I'm like,
oh,
no.
man.
No, anyway.
That's crazy.
So as long as you want to share a room, man, I'll answer all my questions.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Very good. Yeah, definitely. Let us know if you comments, feedback, questions. Definitely.
Great.
It's sharing this journey together is what it's all about.
Give us a fucking 5-star review, man. That's what we want.
100%. We could definitely use that. All the thumbs up where you can get. Awesome, brother. Well,
all right.
Have yourself a good week. Kicking ass, and we'll catch up next Sunday when I get back.
All right.
Awesome. Peace.